All right, guys. Can everybody see me and hear me? I think we're live. All right. So, what's going on, everybody? Last day of November, Seahawks won. Watching a pretty decent Sunday night football game after all, which was not necessarily expected. Hey, Mike. Got a comment on Facebook. We don't get very many comments on Facebook around here. Yeah, Brian, apparently Bradford's injury is not significant. Hey, Drop Top. Apparently Bradford and Job are fine. I guess the only thing we're wondering about is Jones. I didn't get the impression the Jones injury was too bad, but I didn't hear anything about it yet. So, can't rule anything out. Thoughts on Olu staying in the lineup? I just think Sundal fits our offense better. But I'm fine either way. I don't think either guy is very good, but I don't think either guy is unplayable. Do you want to extend Kobe Bryant? I'm open to it. I'm not married to it though. I think that it depends on how much money he's looking for because it's really hard to figure out what a safety is going to want when the safety isn't elite. Like, obviously, Kobe is not going to want, well, he's not going to get Kyle Hamilton money, but what is it? I don't know what the money is. I don't really watch Mic'd Up very much, Dark. I watch a little bit here and there, but I don't watch it that often. How's the PC build coming? I have the M2s, I have the RAM, and I actually ordered some really good RAM because I found a sale that was actually better than what I was planning on doing. So I just decided to go ahead and bite the bullet on that. I got a couple other things coming in the next couple days. I still have to order. Tomorrow's Cyber Monday, so maybe I'll be able to get a deal on like the CPU, the Mobo, the case, the power supply, the mouse. But yeah, I think that's about it. Graphics card is coming. Keyboard's coming. So it's coming. I did change a couple things from my initial video, but other than the RAM, fundamentally everything's the same. One critique about McDonald today was the horrible clock management before the half. I think he was just kind of like, I think he was just kind of like, I'm not even thinking about scoring a touchdown here because our offense can't get out of their own way. I think the approach on that drive was just get into field goal range, kick the field goal, and that's that. What keyboard do I have now? It's the Razer Steel series. I can't remember the exact number, but my keyboards get gross really fast. So I wanted a new one, even though I don't have to have one, but my keyboards get gross fast. And cleaning keyboards is hard when they're mechanical like this. Would you do 4 years, 35 for Kobe Bryant if that's what he wanted? I think so. That's pretty good. Less than 10 million a year for a good starting safety? I think he just didn't trust the passing attack, so he was playing that whole drive for a field goal. I didn't like it either, but that's the only thing I can think of. And we also know that Minnesota can't score, right? So we didn't need a lot of points to win the game. So I think that was part of it as well. Saw a rumor that the Seahawks offered Woolen 4 years, $63.5 million, and he rejected it. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. That's not anywhere near enough money for what he's going to command this offseason. I love the running game today. It's been better lately. Yeah, I liked it too. I know the numbers are not great, but I think the running game did its job really well. Do you think the offense can come back against the Falcons? Falcons' defense is pretty bad. That's the kind of defense that might just randomly decide to single cover JSN the whole game for no reason. So I think the offense will be good against Atlanta. Although they don't blitz a lot, I don't think. I'm going to have to look that up later. I don't think they blitz a lot. Do you think JSN could still hit the record? Yeah, sure. Why not? I mean, why couldn't he? I mean, it's not that much to ask at this point. What kind of money do you think Mafe Warren's given the low production? Would he want to change his scenery? At this point, it might be like 3 years, 30, like 10 million a year. Like, I don't know what happened to him, but he's been, I mean, I don't think he's playing badly, but the impact is not there, man. Where do you see Kubiak going next year if he leaves at all? I could see him going somewhere like, if Andy Reid retires, Kansas City. If Andy Reid retires, that's like the dream spot, I think. You get to work with Mahomes. Atlanta's interesting too if they fire Morris, which I think they definitely should, but for some reason people think Raheem Morris is good even though there's no reason to believe that he is. I don't get it. Maybe he's a really good interviewer. He needs 651 more yards. Yeah, that's totally doable. But some days it's just not your day. Man, Mariota, for a veteran quarterback, puts the ball at risk a lot, it feels like. I wouldn't give Mafe even 10 million. He doesn't make enough plays. 10 million is really nothing in the modern NFL, though. Like 10 million, I'd be on that. But I don't know what to think of Mafe anymore. Like, he's still playing well. He's just not finishing. Do you think the Eagles will collapse? I think they're the same team they've been all year, honestly. They're just not winning anymore, but I don't think they're different. Their offense has been like this the whole season. And I don't know why they don't fire Patullo. He's obviously incompetent. And you know that this offense is good because of what you did last year. So you know the players are at least capable of being good. Like I don't get it. Do you care who wins this Sunday night football game? Not really. Seeing Washington win would be cool, I guess, but it's not a big deal.
We gotta help Sam with the Rams problem, 100 emoji, lick back season. I mean TBH, I think Sam just overthinks some of the big games. Go Hawks and O, saluting face emoji.
Thank you, Be Calm, See Clearly, for the $5 super chat. It's just certain types of defenses give him trouble. Like these defenses that have, ironically, it's similar to Russell Wilson's problem, right? He thrives against single high safety. When you go too high, he has problems. Does Washington winning even affect us? No, not really. I don't think so. I don't see how it does. By the way, guys, let me turn down the text-to-speech voice. Playoffs placement, right now we're still the 5 seed because the Rams still have the tiebreaker. But it doesn't really matter because we play the Rams and Niners again, so those games are going to determine everything, so I wouldn't worry about that too much. If we make the Super Bowl, what is the best realistic matchup advantage for us? I'd say the Chargers. Chargers would be good. I don't see how the Colts make it, but at this point I'd say the Colts because their quarterback has a broken leg. Although I don't think he makes it to the end of the year anyway, so it's kind of moot. Would you do 4 years, 42.5 for Walker? Oh, that's tough. Oh, man. That's really hard because... Oh, boy. I don't know. I don't know. Man, maybe. I definitely wouldn't hate it. I don't know if it's optimal. I don't know. We can still get 1 seed? Yeah, yeah. In fact, I believe that if we win out, we do get the 1 seed unless the Bears win out. I think. And there's no way the Bears win out. They still have to play the Packers twice. They still have to play at least, I think, I don't know if they still play Detroit. Daniel Jones broke his leg. Well, basically. Didn't the Jags take first place in the South? They're going to win the South. I don't see any way they don't. They're going to win the South. Like, how do they not win the South? With that schedule and with Indy kind of falling to pieces here. Bears play 49ers. Yeah, them too. I mean, somebody has to lose that game, so that's kind of nice, I guess. Yeah, the Bears probably aren't as good as their record, but I really like that offense, man. I think that offense is really humming. It feels like the Lions will miss the playoffs. We are getting there, yeah. They're just not, I don't know, they're not that good. They're not that good. I don't see how they get in anymore because they have so many tough games. I mean, Walker deserves to be a top 10 highest paid running back based on his play this year. I just don't know if I would be the one to give it to him. But I'm not totally against it either. It's just, I'm not convinced it's the right thing to do. I don't want the Lions to hurt the Hawks' possibilities, but I want to see them in. Well, This Thursday, we've got the Lions Cowboys game. That's probably loser leaves town, right? Whoever loses that game is done. Whoever wins that game is probably going to get in at that point. Playing Tampa as the 5 seed is nice compensation for not winning the division. Yeah. Although, how many players is Tampa going to get back from injury before the end of the season? Are they going to get Mike Evans back? If they get Mike Evans back, that becomes a much more intimidating team, I think. Hmm. Seems like the Ben Johnson effect, Bears ascend and the Lions fall back. I mean, it was kind of predictable, right? Like, it wasn't hard to predict that the Lions would fall off, although it wasn't clear how much they would fall off. Yeah, I don't want the Cowboy. I don't want to play the Cowboys in the playoffs. They're terrifying. Like, it's not even a. Yeah, Tampa beat us, but our defense was I mean, our defense was unplayable in that game. I really am not going to stress about that game too much when evaluating how I feel about having to play that team again. Bears can go from the 1 seed to missing the playoffs. It can happen. Yeah, my I'll talk to my friend who's a Bears fan later this week, but I know that he's still kind of not really thinking the team is that good. Is it surprising Shoddy is doing as well as he is? No, I don't think so. Hey, Hyper. Like, the way that offense is playing in Dallas right now, I do think they can beat pretty much anybody. Like, you could just run slants with George Pickens the whole game, and it's so hard to stop. Hey, Silver. How you doing? Uh, Considering our expectations before the season, would a successful season require a playoff win? Not necessarily. Not necessarily. Are you done with the watch along streams this year? No, I think I'm going to do one for the Colts game. I think. I'm thinking I'm going to do the Colts game. Oh, Bobby. Bobby. Who's the Yonish guy on Bleacher? Oh, they're people from YouTube. Be calm, see clearly. Thank you for the membership, basic level membership. Welcome aboard, Be Calm, See Clearly. All right, we got 100 people in the stream right now, so welcome. We're going to stream for about an hour tonight. Hope everyone's doing good. Please like the stream if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're new. We're trying to get to 20,600 subs by the end of the evening. Obviously, that probably won't happen, but we want to get as many as we can. You can also donate via Super Chat, or you can tip. Either should have your message read aloud on stream by the text-to-speech, and it guarantees you a response to whatever it is you're sending. You can also pledge to the Patreon, link in the description. You can tip via the link near the top of the description. And yeah, that's about it. All right, Washington, you're getting a chance here. Prediction for the Colts game? Yeah, the Colts game's looking good. Sauce Gardner's probably out too now, is what they're saying. Do you think San Fran can actually compete in the postseason with all the injuries they have? Not really. Not really. Like, maybe they can compete, but you can't tell me they're actually going to win 3 or 4 playoff games. I don't know. Daniel Jones didn't look right today. Daniel Jones did not look right today, so it's hard for me to believe that he's ever going to be the same this year. Yeah, thank you, Be Calm, See Clearly. I don't stream very much, though, so I get it, you know? This Atlanta game is going to be tough, especially if Atlanta sticks with the running game. Their defense doesn't seem any good, though, is the thing. And Kirk Cousins can't move, although he was kind of dealing today and his receivers kept letting him down, but I'm actually really surprised with how bad Atlanta is. They went all in on this team. They gave up their first-round pick on this team. Oh, Silver Ace, our defense is almost as good or about as good as the Texans' defense. Like, what's really the difference between our defense and the Texans' defense? You think JSN can still hit the record? Yeah, I don't see why not. Today was just a game where things didn't go his way. What are your thoughts on Drake Thomas? He's a nice little playmaker. I do think that he struggles a little bit with the day-to-day of snap-to-snap work, but it's fine. I don't think it's a big problem. All right, field goal for Washington. So we do actually have a pretty decent game here, I guess. Not that it means a ton. Not that Denver is really in range of even doing this, but if the AFC lets the Chiefs sneak into the playoffs, I think they're really going to regret that. Think we can take the Rams out? I don't see why not. Thoughts on the Rams getting, I mean, I don't know what thoughts there are. There's nothing to think about it other than that it really sucks. If the Seahawks trade for a superstar right guard in the offseason, who would you want it to be? There's no such thing as a superstar right guard. They don't exist. No such thing. Do you see the Patriots actually going deep in the playoffs? I mean, why not? The AFC is really weak. Like, who are the other playoff teams in the AFC going to be? The Ravens have a terrible defense. The Bills are frauds. The Broncos are frauds. Like, who else is good in the AFC? The Colts were going to be good, but then Daniel Jones broke his leg. Well, then a right guard, who would it be? I don't really have one. I want to find one in the draft. Right guards are easy to find. It should not be that hard to find a right guard. Just go find the dude. This is like the most annoying thing, too, because we've spent a 4th round pick and a 3rd round pick on right guards and we don't have one. Bradford got hurt. It is apparently very minor. I would not expect the injury that Bradford had to keep him out. Maybe he loses his job to Haynes. I don't know. But the thing that I've said earlier and the thing that I think is still probably true, I think that Bradford keeps his job because he's a pretty okay run blocker and Christian Haynes can't run block. So we just deal with the bad pass blocking. Haynes may still be the answer. If I had to guess, I'd say he doesn't have the strength to run block, and that's why he doesn't ever play. Hmm. Is the playoff machine available on ESPN yet? I thought it was. Is it not? Yeah, the Milrow stuff just flopped. And let's face it, if you brought it out now, most of the fan base would revolt. I don't think there's anything wrong with bailing it out. So, I don't know. I don't know if the offense really has a great solution for these things that give them problems. I think they just have to stay out of 3rd and long, and that's going to require the run game to be a little more consistent. Chance of Pete Carroll getting fired. I expect him to get fired. I don't know why they wouldn't. Like, it's not just that the Raiders are really bad, it's organizationally they are a complete mess. Like, it seems pretty obvious that Carroll's completely lost control. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing that really does bug me as a Seahawks fan. It's like we could have used help now on this team that is ready to compete at the highest level, and we spent a 2nd-round pick on a tight end who doesn't do anything, and a 3rd-round pick on a quarterback that doesn't even get activated. Like, we were not in a position to do that, and we did it. And this is the thing with Schneider, right? Like, he does a lot of big things right. He does a lot of things right generally. But I think that the problem that you have is these little things that seem so obvious that he does not get right. What do you think of Tom Brady as GM owner? I think the whole Tom Brady thing sucks. I hate it. I cannot believe the NFL is allowing this to happen. Like, they should force him to either give back his announcer contract or sell his stake in the Raiders. Like, that whole thing to me is a complete joke. He's an announcer and he's part owner of the Raiders. Like, what are we doing? Well, I think the Charbonnet pick was fine. Charbonnet has been good for us. Like, Charbonnet is a good player. He's not a good fit for the way the offensive line blocks, but that's not really his fault. And he's been good in the past. I think Charbonnet is fine. But he needs room to build up momentum, and this offensive line almost never gives it to him. Yeah, Ratledge was the big one. Jared Wilson, you could have drafted Jared Wilson instead of Milrow. It seemed questionable at the time, and it seems a lot worse now that you did that. But I mean, you're never going to get everything perfect. But the thing is, that seemed so obvious. It seemed very obvious that guys like Arroyo and Milrow were not going to help you that much this year. And as it turns out, this team is very close. Any chance Arroyo can turn into something? Oh, yeah, he can, but it's not going to happen this year. And guess what? A.J. Barner is actually really good. A.J. Barner is really good, so when is Arroyo going to be tight end 1? Probably never. Now, Arroyo can still do a lot of good things, but the odds of him becoming some player worthy of a second-round pick is kind of low to me. Yeah, I think Schneider is full of poop. I think Schneider just made that up. There's no way anybody could think that Arroyo was a top 15 player in the draft. There's just no way. Arroyo was basically the DK pick. Milrow was basically the Geno pick. I think we traded the DK pick technically, but it was basically in the same slot. Also, Will Campbell is hurt. Yeah, that is true. Valid. But he's going to be back for the playoffs, right? And look, I mean, this offense is still great. We still have a great offense. I think that we're tied for third in the league in scoring, but it does feel like when you get it does feel like there's some kind of a cap on it, especially against a defense like what the Rams are going to throw at us, because Bradford is really just that bad in pass protection. Why do I think the tush push will be banned next year? Because it almost got banned last year and now it's even worse. Like, they never call false starts on it. There are sequences where the Eagles just do it like 4 plays in a row on tape. Like, all they need to do is flip like 2 votes from last year, I think, because I think they had 22 and they needed 24. So I expected to get banned. Oh, I didn't notice Diggs playing today. He was on the punt return team? Yeah, I missed that. Yeah, of course we can win this year, Austin. I don't doubt that. It's just, it's annoying that we have these 2 rookies that have no chance of really helping us win when it didn't really make sense to do that. Like, there are teams where it makes sense to draft guys that can't help you right now, but this team was not in that spot. Like, I think the NFL would kind of be, I would be very surprised if they didn't ban the tush push, because now it's getting to a point where the NFL isn't even calling it correctly.
I'm so happy that the Rams lost.
Hey, Andrew, thank you for the $1.99. Yeah, that was Great, unexpected, but really good. We kind of needed a reminder that that team isn't invincible because what they have been doing over the past 2 months, it felt like things were just always going to break their way and they were just going to win every game. And we needed a game like that to remind that, things can go wrong for them too. Hurts is already a bad quarterback with the tush push. He's going to be terrible without it. So, yeah, I'm pretty out on that one. If we win out, I think it's in our control. You're right, Corey. Maybe the Bears can take it. I think the Bears are the only team that could take the 1 seed from Seattle if Seattle wins out.
The Rams got exposed by the Panthers. So I'm saying if Bryce Young can do it, YDF can't Sam Darnold do it? Triumphant face emoji, 100 emoji, 100 emoji, Sam can do it, relax and read and score, saluting face emoji.
Yeah, be calm, see clearly. Thank you for the $5. The way the Rams play defense, it's really not good for Sam. He likes to play these teams that are stacking the box and going single high and blitzing. The Vikings found a very creative way to do it today where they didn't go into single high, but they still stacked the box. You think 9 was really hurt? Yeah, I have to believe he was hurt. You think we beat the Rams for Thursday night? That's a couple weeks away. Let's get through these next couple games first. Let's see if we get Julian Love and Jalen Sundle and Jaron Reed back. That's also an element at play here. I like Sam, but his mobility seems to have really slowed down the last month. He can never run for a first down. The reason I really like Milroe is because he can run, and I believe he will be a good one. We might never really get a chance to find out, though, because if Darnold continues to play at this level, and whatever you think of him, he is still playing at a high level, you might never see Milroe on the field. Especially if he gets extended. If he gets extended, Milroe is probably going to get traded. Who else can play right guard? It's Haynes, it's maybe Sundle, and that's it. I don't think anyone else is worth talking about. And again, I think the problem with Haynes is he can't run block because he has no strength. So it's kind of a non-starter because this team needs to run the ball. Falcons feels like a classic trap game. I mean, today was almost a trap game, man. Today was really kind of dicey early, to be perfectly honest. Justin Britt retired a long time ago. I don't think that's going to happen. I would play Josh Jones at right guard. Maybe. The issue with that is he's the backup left tackle and the backup right tackle. So you probably don't want him out there as part of the normal offensive line. Do you think when Sundle comes back, he will take Bradford's spot at right guard and Olu stays at center? Maybe. I don't know. That's hard. Like, Olu has only ever played center in college. I don't remember if Sundal ever played guard, but Olu's never played guard to my knowledge. So it's hard. Considering Schneider almost moved off Prime Russ in 2018, I don't think moving off Darnold is out of the question. Well, why did he move off of Russ? Or almost move off of Russ? Because he didn't want to pay a quarterback top dollar. So maybe Darnold demands top of the line money. Maybe. He certainly didn't this time. I guess he could, but there has to be a reason for it. He's not going to move off a quarterback just because. I do think there's also a little element here of Kubiak kind of forgetting to chill out sometimes. I do think part of the problem here is that Kubiak needs to just keep things a little simpler. I don't know. I would just be surprised if Darnold didn't get an extension here. Maybe he won't get a second extension later, but right now, yeah. And the other element with Russell is that his agent was a nightmare to deal with. What's the guy's name? Wilson's agent. Like, apparently that guy's just a complete nightmare. And that was part of the reason why JS wanted him to be done. No, Walker caught a couple passes today, Jordan. Maybe it wasn't like a designed screen in the way you're talking, but we got some passes. Do you think Cup gets cut this offseason? That's an interesting. I guess right now, if we re-sign Shaheed, I would say yes. If we don't re-sign Shaheed, I would say no. Chances that Clint gets a head coaching job. I'm sure he's going to get an offer. I can pretty much guarantee he gets an offer. Now, maybe he gets an offer from like Tennessee, and then he says, no, I don't want to coach in Tennessee because, oh, that's a touchback. Because I know exactly what's going to happen. Oh, I see what you're saying, Jordan.
Do you think Russell Wilson will get some play time for his birthday?
Nolan, thank you for the $4.99. No, seems like nobody wants any part of that, Nolan. Seems like if it came to it, they'd go with Jameis Winston instead. And honestly, Winston's been better. Honestly, like Winston has been better than Wilson was, I think. Kubiak just doesn't give Sam easy out sometimes, and it's very strange. Against the Rams, it was pretty obnoxious. Today, the start of the game was like that. As the game went on, I think he got better at it. But a big part of today was that the Vikings offense was so inept. I think we were just turtling up after we got up like 13, 16 points. Because realistically, the game was over when we went up 16-0. There's no way we were going to lose that game. So I can understand just turtling up. I really like White and believe he deserves more targets. I mean, I think he's good enough to be your number 4 receiver for sure. He's not going to get a lot of targets in this offense as a number 4, but I think that it's fine. Do you think Russ signs a one-day contract with Seattle before retiring this offseason? No, I don't think he's going to retire. I think he's going to be a free agent. And I think he's just going to sit in free agency and wait for somebody to, like, tear their Achilles and then sign there. I don't think he's going to retire. I think he's going to just sit in free agency until after the season. Or after the season starts, right? So I mean he is completely delusional. He still thinks he's good. That's the thing to understand here. He still thinks he's good. So it's really hard to get him to retire when he still thinks he's good. That's the thing that's important to keep in mind. Yeah, I would hope that they don't. If they blame the head coach, he won Coach of the Year last year. Like, that's really absurd. He is a remarkably good coach. And he's been saddled with a really bad situation. So, I imagine O'Connell's safe, but we'll see. Mariota, no. Oh, he got up. Wow. That field almost took out McLaurin. Honestly, we're at the point where Washington deserves it because this is so fixable. And the Commanders or whatever, whoever you want to blame, like they will not fix their field. Do you like Trey Lance? I did, but clearly it's just not going to happen. Did he get touched? I can't tell. Oh, yeah, he got touched. I'm getting my own desktop set up at home. Any specs I should know about monitors, what matters, what doesn't. I haven't looked at monitors in years. I got these monitors 5 years ago. They're still fine. So I don't know what the important stuff is, really, with monitors. Well, that basically ends the game. They're not converting 3rd and 21. Wait. Oh, they actually probably should have. Ertz should have caught that. Well, they can still get the ball back. Do you think Zach Wilson ever gets a shot like Darnold? I mean, the odds are against you, right? As a quarterback that fails in the NFL, the odds are against you ever getting another chance. Be right back, guys. All right, guys, let's take a minute so I can tell you about Sleeper, a one-stop shop for all your sports needs. You can celebrate and chat on sports games in real time with other users. You can get the fastest scores, blazing fast sports news and sports alerts right at your fingertips. And of course, you can use Sleeper to play in fantasy leagues and win real money on picks contests. This is the way sports were meant to be enjoyed together. So download Sleeper today. Use promo code SBN to get up to a $100 match on your first deposit. And you can pair that with another promo they have right now where you can get a $20 entry free with no deposit required. So get both of those things going. Terms and conditions apply. See Sleeper's terms of use for details. Currently operational in over 25 states and growing. So check out Sleeper today, get to it, and go have some fun with sports this year. All right, welcome back. I liked Zach Wilson a lot coming out of college, too. I really thought he was going to be good. I thought he was going to be like mini Josh Allen. As it turns out, a big element of Josh Allen being good is his size. You think we get rid of Locke next season? I mean, he's not making very much money. I don't think we need to. Did you see Stafford had like 3 turnovers? Do you think it's a fluke or old age catching up with him? Turnovers are inherently kind of fluky. Turnovers happen kind of sporadically in this league. It's kind of just the way football works. It's not really that meaningful. Like, random stuff just happens sometimes, and it's not worth spending that much time thinking about it. How good in retrospect was Cam Newton? For that 1 year, he was very hard to deal with, but he had a short career. Short career. Did McDonald not using his timeouts in the first half annoy you, or did you understand his decision? It definitely annoyed me, but I understand it. I think that it is probably... I think that he should probably not just abandon all hope in his offense like that. But I guess in this particular game, it kind of made sense. That doesn't... It was very annoying, though. Don't get me wrong. Okay, this is going to be third down for basically the game here. Some people say that, like, Cam Newton shouldn't get into the Hall of Fame. I think that's a joke. Like, to me, Cam Newton is nowhere near a Hall of Famer, I'll say that. But, you know, he was a player that burned out kind of quickly, and he was always going to because of the way he played football. Hmm. I'm going to probably stream the Colts game, Nolan. I think it's going to be the Colts. Okay, this is pretty much the game here. 3rd and 4. If the Denver converts... Okay, we got a timeout. Do you think we will clamp up JT? Well, we have no problem stopping the run.
I think so. Oh, saluting face emoji.
Thanks, Be Calm, See Clearly. Is Julian saying the best quarterback in college football? Don't they protect him pretty well, honestly. I feel like they don't ask him to do a lot. I think the best quarterback in CFB is Mendoza. Love probably comes back this week. Do you think Lamar is a Hall of Famer? Oh, he has to get in. Yeah, Lamar has to get in. He won 2 MVPs. You win 2 MVPs, it's automatic. Oh, video game streaming on Twitch. Yeah, I haven't been doing that as much as I want to lately. Yeah, I am going to start doing that more. I've just been really busy lately. And then at the night, when it's time for me to stream, I just don't feel like it. You think Caleb Williams is good or not? I think Caleb's good. I'm a fan. Ooh, incomplete. Okay. We got ourselves a chance for Washington. What do you think about the Steelers? Such a dumpster fire? Yeah, they need to blow that up, but they can't. They went all in. They gave TJ Watt and DK Metcalf all that money. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to stream on Twitch tonight. I might. I do have videos to make tonight, but only a couple. I mean, Sane gets to throw the ball to Jeremiah Smith and what's the name of the other guy on Ohio State, the other receiver? The guy who's going to be in the draft this year. I forget his name because I've stopped looking at receivers. Or maybe he's not in the draft this year anymore, actually. I can't remember, but Ohio State has the other really good receiver. Not Jeremiah Smith, the other guy. What would you do if we paid DK and he only had like 500 yards? I mean, it wouldn't be great. It wouldn't be great. Tate. Okay, thank you. I don't know why I couldn't remember his name. All right. Washington only has to go like 50 yards to kick a field goal. Arnell Tate, yeah. Oh, Mariota taking off. Got it. Done much scouting yet? A little bit. That's why I do the Wednesday videos every week. I haven't started doing my write-ups yet, but that's coming. Don't worry about it. I will definitely do that in the off season, but the thing to remember is that Seattle's not going to have a ton of picks this year, so I don't think my draft videos are going to get that much attention. Like, that's the thing that kind of reeks. Like, my draft videos got a ton of attention when we had all those picks in 2023. The last 2 years, barely anybody watches my draft videos because we don't have as many picks.
Lamar ran for 1,500 yards his Heisman year, not 240, neutral face emoji.
Thank you for the $2, be calm. Well, yeah, I mean, Lamar is a very different player from Mendoza. You change your mind about the next draft about quarterback? It looks like it's going to be a pretty bad class, yeah. Okay, third down. Ooh, I think we're going to have fourth and short here. I started watching your channel because of your draft streams. They are very fun and active, that's for sure, but only a small subset of fans get into the draft enough to, like, actually, like, digest pre-draft content. A lot of people, they interact with the draft in the sense that they just think to themselves, well, I want to see who we draft, and that's all I care about. They don't want to talk about people who they have like a 3% chance of drafting. All right, well, they got the first, so we still got life here. Who's your ideal replacement for Walker? Um, Honestly, Jadarian Price is a lot of fun. Notre Dame, the other Notre Dame running back. How come no one is able to ever adjust to the Mike Mack defense? Well, because we have really good players is a big part of it, right? Like Mike Mack's defense was terrible last year before we got the right linebackers in here. And it's been a lot better this year with better players. Like sometimes it's there's only so much you can do. Jonah Coleman kind of plays similarly to Charbonnet, though, doesn't he? Coleman's kind of a big bruiser. I think you want someone more like Walker to replace Walker. But going to be a lot of time for me to think about that later. Yeah, Jeremiah Love is great, but that would require your first round pick. What's wrong with our offense in the end zone? You mean red zone? Our red zone offense isn't that bad. It's just not. It's not great. I mean, when you think about it, I guess JSN's our number one receiver. He's not exactly a great red zone receiver. He's not a great He's not like a big target in the end zone the way Devontae Adams is. So I guess it kind of makes sense. All right, Washington, 10 more yards. They can at least try a field goal, I guess. Love won't last until our first pick. He might. I don't know. I'm not thinking he's going to be like a Bijan. I think he's going to be later first, but you might be right. They don't use tight ends in the red zone. Yeah, that'd be nice, especially because tight ends are supposed to be a big focus of this offense. Yeah, Sam wasn't terrible. Maybe he wasn't good, but he definitely wasn't terrible. What's going on? Why is it so hard to call a false start flag or illegal motion? Like, that should take like 2 seconds. Do you think Atlanta will spam Bijan next week? Well, we're really hard to run the ball against, so you wouldn't think so. What's going on? Why is it so
Sorry, Brendan, I
complicated to
don't get the
call
no
illegal
Heisman
motion?
moment
Why
for
is this
saying he
taking
led the
forever?
first drive and then proceeded to throw it down the road in the snow against a rival.
Sorry, Brendan, I don't get the... Well, I don't know. I just get the sense that Sayan is very protected by the offense that he plays in. Like, I'm thinking about when they played Washington. They didn't let Sayan do anything. Like, Sayan just managed the game. Like, to me, giving Sayan a Heisman is kind of like giving J.J. McCarthy the Heisman 2 years ago. Like, yeah, his team is the best team and his team wins every game, but, you know, what are we doing here? Man, McLaurin slipped again. This is wild. Do you think for the draft Mike have a lot to say? I'm sure that he makes himself known. I think that John's in control, though. I do. Yeah. Flores had a great game. Are the referees losing control? Wait, really? There was a receiver in the area, though. Like, am I missing something? Hold on. I'm very confused about how this could be intentional grounding. McLaurin is, well, I don't know. Are you concerned at all that the offense only scored one touchdown? I mean, I wish they had scored more, but I don't know if concern's the right word. It's going to happen. Like, I don't think concern's the right word. Like, stuff happens. Yeah, I don't understand that call at all. Wow, the last couple minutes of this game are going to take an eternity because of all this. Hey, Wilbert. Oh, McLaurin. That was your shot. You got to bring that in, bro. Ooh, setting up a reasonable fourth down. Setting up a reasonable fourth down. Okay, here we go. First down, Zach Ertz. Okay. So I guess I'll keep the stream going until this game ends, although that means it's probably going to be a while because if they hit a field goal, we're getting extras, but yeah, I think that's probably what we're going to do. Yeah, O'Connell's a really good coach. Like I don't think that's actually a consideration. Thoughts on Sam Darnold? He's good. 12 men on the defense. Okay. Maybe we'll get a regulation touchdown. I'm still fine with Sam Darnold. You gotta embrace the variance a little bit here. All right? Like Darnold's never gonna be a perfect quarterback. He's not that kind of quarterback. And he never will be. And we're not paying for him to be perfect anyway, so get that out of your head.
Don't ever mention JJ and Saiyan together, smiley face emoji. Them fighting words. Saiyan has consistently shown he can throw the ball deep and can dissect a team.
Well, yeah, be calm, but it's the same basic idea where I don't think Saiyan is the main reason why that team is so good. Just like McCarthy was not the main reason that team was so good. They're not the same player, yeah, but you kind of have the same issue. Man, that is a really dumb play call to be making right now. Oh. Oh, they still have the timeout. Okay, never mind. Mm. They have Moody as a kicker. Oh, yeah, you're right. Well, he was good in college. He was good in college, so I think he'll be okay. 23 seconds. So can probably get a couple shots at the end zone here. Just don't get sacked. Oh. Well, that should probably be grounding again, honestly. If the first one was grounding, that should be grounding too. It's the same thing. I don't understand how these rules work anymore, man. If you have to bet who will win the Super Bowl, I mean, isn't it still just if you're gonna bet, it's still the Rams, right? Like they're still probably overall looking like the best team. I guess Ertz was running over there. That was a really bad overthrow if it was. Ooh, Mariota takes off and gets out of bounds. The Denver dude on the sideline thought the clock should keep running for some reason. That was weird. All right, 14-yard line, 12 seconds left. No timeouts, though. Man. If Denver loses this game, they blow the 1 seed, right? It goes to New England for the moment, right? Yeah. It would be New England, and then Denver's the 2 seed. So this shit matters. Sirianni will be fired next year? Probably not. Although it is the Eagles, they're willing to do stuff like that. But I don't think you fire a guy who just won a Super Bowl. Okay, get it out. Get it out, Mariota. Yeah, he chucks that away. Maybe time for one more play. Well, somebody has to win the AFC. All right, here comes the field goal. Hey, Robert. I mean, the AFC is pretty weak this year, so New England could get in. So, I don't know. I'm ready for whatever. Ugh. If the Chiefs get in, they probably do win the AFC. I could see that 100%. All right, overtime it is. So, I was going to turn the stream off after an hour, but I guess we're just going to keep going. I'm afraid for Coach of Washington to lose his job. No, one bad year isn't going to do it. No. They had the best year in like 30 years in franchise history last year. Where do you think Murray will go next year if Arizona cuts him? Maybe Pittsburgh. Silver, this week was the first week for Love back from IR and he didn't play. So, no, I guess not. Pittsburgh makes sense. Yeah, Washington really screwed up building the team, and that's not Dan Quinn's fault. He's not the GM. Like, I think Dan Quinn is flawed, but I don't think this is his fault. Uh... Hmm. 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 Would you be against drafting a kicker? No, not at all. I actually think we should move off from Myers. I think this should be Myers' last year in Seattle. There's already starting to be some troubling signs with him, and he's making way too much money. When you now have kickers in this league, by the way, that can make 68-yard field goals, and he can barely make 60, he should not be he should not be the highest paid kicker. That doesn't make any sense. Hmm. Hmm. His leg seems to be getting weaker. He's getting older. I want to get out ahead of this. Hmm.
When are you going to stream a Seahawks game again?
Andre OUK. I'm gonna stream the Colts game, I think. Thank you for the $1.99. I'm planning on streaming the Colts game. And that's probably the last one of the year. I don't know. Whenever I stream a game, it doesn't seem like people aren't that into it. I don't get that many people here. Like, I know some people like it, but it's not a big crowd. And it's not like I get a lot of subs or anything, really. So it's just one of those things where it's like, it's not something that really seems to resonate with the viewers. I'll do it a couple times a year, but... All right, Bo. What you got? What you got? Broncos don't seem to have much faith in Harvey as the lead back. That rookie class for Denver kind of reeks. Like, does frickin' Jahdae Barron even play for them? Isn't he like their backup? I'm assuming Love is the starter when he returns and Okada's the backup. It would be very weird if that wasn't the case, yeah. If you stream during the game, I'd def be in the stream. Yeah, I'm gonna do it for the Colts game, like I said, but I'm telling you guys, I don't get a big crowd for those. Like, it doesn't seem to really resonate with the viewers the way my videos do. The videos are what work for me. Yeah, I haven't looked at a lot of the kickers in this draft yet, but I definitely want to flip over on Myers. I want to get out ahead of it, not behind it. Uh-oh. Denver. I mean, I guess Washington's season is already over, so it's not like this is how they get eliminated. They're already basically eliminated, but that was kind of sad. You think Brosmer could have a similar story to Geno? He has nothing in common with Geno other than that he plays quarterback. Geno was a second-round pick. Brosmer was undrafted. They're saying that Love's going to play against the Falcons. They're saying that he's going to come back for the Falcons game. Man, Washington's defense, they are very soft underneath. Is Dobbins out for the year, or is he just on injured reserve? I can't remember. All right. Well, Denver touchdown, so we'll see what Washington does. 1 second, guys. Yeah, that was pretty bad from Washington's defense right there. That was pretty he just I don't think they ever even faced second down on that drive. By the way, when I build my new PC, which will probably be like mid-December, maybe even a little earlier in December, I will probably stream that. I know some people like to watch that kind of stuff, so I will probably be streaming the build. No, we have more than 3 draft picks. We have 4, I think. I think it's 4. Yeah, if Washington scores, they got to go for 2. That's what everybody does now, and they have nothing to lose, so why wouldn't they? Did you build your last PC? Yes, I did. No, not really, Silver Ace. That's well, if it suits your needs, then you're fine, but I mean, it depends on what you're trying to do with it, I guess. You think someone like a Jefferson or Garrett could get traded next year? I could see Garrett. I don't think Jefferson will, but Garrett I could see, especially now. All right, Mariota, what you got? Ooh, okay. Got a little something. Mm. Mm. Oh, wow. He's got, oh, overthrew him. I think that Shaheed being here is making our run game work better. So I'm not tripping on that. I think he forces the safeties to stay back, and that's a good thing. I know it doesn't seem like it's making a big impact, but I do think that it is. So I don't know. Just try to think about it like that. Shaheed is helping to unlock our run game. All right, third down. Obviously, they got fourth down. Oh! Okay, here we go. 4th and 6. Well, that'll do it. All right. Denver wins. Oh, wait. Flag? Do we have a flag? We do. I think Mills will play, but not enough to count as a year of service. Yeah, I think that Mills will play a game or two, but not enough to count as a year of service. So that way you get the extra year. All right, they are calling PI. So the game goes on. Our offensive line is better than last year, but oh yeah, that is PI. That's definitely PI. The thing is, Kubiak is having a much better positive impact than any offensive line players. All right, now they can take a deep breath, reset. O-Dog, I mean, I don't see why, especially in a year like this, Seattle could win it all. Why not? Seattle can win it all. I don't know why there's any reason to believe otherwise. Yeah, that didn't get tipped, so that is definitely PI. Mm. Yeah, going to games is kind of a pain, especially with me doing the Bleacher Report stuff now. I can't do the Bleacher Report streams if I go to a game. Ooh! Touchdown. Wait, no. They took it away. Oh, no. Wow, these refs. These refs do not want anything to be easy. Yeah, I mean, it is holding. Yikes. He didn't even need to do it, too. Mariota had the ball away before Benito would have gotten there, I think. Well, maybe not. I don't know. Oh, oh sure. Oh, oh. He's down at the 1, I think. Wow, okay, we got a game. Read my last comment. What was your last comment, Nathan? I don't see it. Debo actually got open on a go route. All right. Hey, Sakamucus, what's up? If Washington is willing to trade Sam Cosmi, would you want him? His contract looked pretty untradeable to me when I looked at it, but yeah. It's a lot of money, though, for a right guard, I will admit, but I'm open to that. I'm open to that, yeah. Man, don't tell me Washington's going to get this close and not get in. Don't tell me. Maybe a second, fourth for Cosmi? No. Hell no. Hell no. Not even close. And we have to take on that contract? No. Well, Ertz had it. I mean, can't ask for much better than that. All right. Okay, we got a timeout here. I mean, given the fact that Cosmi's got the big contract, if Washington trades him, it should be like a fire sale thing where they're just happy to get anything. He's not that good. And he's getting paid like he's elite. Like, not a chance. Supposedly. All right, here we go. Fourth down. Touchdown. Okay, we're going to get a 2-point conversion here probably to decide the game. Be right back. All right, guys, let's take a minute so I can tell you about Sleeper, a one-stop shop for all your sports needs. You can celebrate and chat on sports games in real time with other users. You can get the fastest scores, blazing fast sports news and sports alerts right at your fingertips. And of course, you can use Sleeper to play in fantasy leagues and win real money on picks contests. This is the way sports were meant to be enjoyed. together. So download Sleeper today. Use promo code SBN to get up to a $100 match on your first deposit. And you can pair that with another promo they have right now where you can get a $20 entry free with no deposit required. So get both of those things going. Terms and conditions apply. See Sleeper's terms of use for details. Currently operational in over 25 states and growing. So check out Sleeper today, get to it, and go have some fun with sports this year. All right. I knew there was going to be a timeout, so I cut to commercial real quick. But let's see what happens, and then we're going to get out of here. So thanks for coming out, everybody. But stream's about to wrap up. I got stuff to do tonight. Maybe I'll stream on Twitch. I don't know. I do have things to do, but I'll see what I can do. All right, 2-point conversion for the game. Keep in mind what we did to this Washington team. With Jaden Daniels for most of the game, by the way. Something to think about. Oh! He got Darnolded from today. That's what happened to Darnold today over and over and over again. Okay. See you guys later. Everybody have a good night. Fun game, at least. Had some good times. All right.